Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Aquarius. So I am doing signs this week after all, but I'm going to do energy reads again next week. Yeah, I thought I would let you guys have the signs. So let's see what's happening, Aquarius. What is it you need to know? Co-create. Now this could be a work situation, a creative project. You could be working in a team setting. Some sort of communication. Hey, what you doing? You want to get together and do something? Could be a group of people, an invitation. Yeah, never-ending story. Ooh, that's the first time I've seen that card come out for a while. Let's see. Have no fear. Yeah, someone's taking a leap of faith here. Coming to the edge. Someone's on the edge of their seat here. We got someone in their feelings. Someone's all up in their feels trying to figure something out. I actually, you know, the vibe I'm getting is someone here is trying to figure something out. It's like the never-ending story. But what I feel is this is someone who I feel is kind of afraid to take a leap of faith. Until this person can figure out how you feel, they're afraid to take a leap of faith here. Yeah, this is... Yeah, and we got a blessing. A lot of people, it's a blessing in disguise often with this. Yeah, there's some sort of truth to be told here. So it's an energy of some kind of wisdom, some sort of knowledge to be gained. Someone's trying to figure something out. It's like they're trying to figure out the truth, if you feel the same as they do. But the never-ending story, I mean, it could be somebody here who just can't figure you out. If you have a lot of people who ever tell you they can't figure you out or ever figure out what you're feeling, maybe because of the expression on your face, your body language, that might be a bit of a sign that it's time to maybe be more open, more expression, because I'm seeing a lot of that kind of energy in the reads. Let's have a look at this, Two of Wands. So it's an energy of someone charting the course. It's about two people coming together, going down this path. Message in a bottle, yeah, a romantic gesture, or somebody just reaching out, hey, do you want to get together? What is the never-ending story about? What is this? Two people who come together and it never goes anywhere. That's what the never-ending story is. It just hit me. Yep, I see what's happening. Why is the never-ending story here? Yeah, someone weighing the pros and the cons. Procrastinating. Could be someone comparing someone to someone else, but it's a person who I feel, I mean, what I like about the Page of Cups is this is somebody how they're feeling. I feel they can't figure out how you feel, but it's somebody who often doesn't show a lot of expression on their face, how they're really feeling. It's a page. They don't always communicate clearly, you see? That's what's going on here, and I'm starting to see that in more energies. I'll be watching for that. Yeah, it's a person has a crush, they're longing, should I or shouldn't I reach out? But you can see this past energy, never-ending story. Somebody reaches out, you come together, it never goes anywhere because they start procrastinating or they start comparing one person to the other. Tell me about, and I do feel it's someone who's afraid of taking a risk, that things will be the way it was in the past. Cooperating, compromising, compatibility, finding out that you're not compatible. It never goes anywhere. Well, I got a feeling there's a blessing here. This time I feel it's going to be different. High Priestess, keeping it all in. See, someone keeping it in, not really revealing how they feel, but reaching out because they're a little apprehensive or shy. But this is interesting because, and I do see someone who's having a hard time figuring out how the other person feels, or you can't. Keeping it all in. See, it's saying to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. I feel like your intuition is telling you, you already know the answers you're seeking. They keep their feelings to themselves. Why does this person keep their feelings to themselves? Because they're afraid you're not going to feel the same or reciprocate. But this is someone here, this is going to be different because this is someone going to show you they also like you at the same time, giving you a little gift. This is often someone who gives someone a gift. I see this comforting connection. See, this is someone just kind of being cautious. But they're going to, see, it's going to be different this time because this is a blessing. Giving a little bit of a gift. Someone's showing you, not just, hey, do you want to get together? Do you want to do something? Because they're charting a course. This is someone who wants to follow through. Some of you have people who come in and they don't follow through. So, little different this time. Love it. Yeah, I do see someone being generous, being more generous, giving a little gift, basically letting you know how they feel. It is possible they aren't sure how you feel. This is the thing, or if you're even going to be interested, but they're in their feelings. They just keep it all in. They don't want to share it till they're, sure. Tell me about this blessing. The blessing. Oh, the solar eclipse. Some sort of sudden change, a sudden blessing. So this is something that may have happened some odd months ago or during an eclipse. I wouldn't worry about the eclipse center. It just shows big changes coming. So there's a change. See, it's going to be different this time. This is someone who's going to put more effort in. But yeah, it is big changes. It could be happen during a solar eclipse, or it may have happened in the past during a lunar eclipse. Take it as it resonates. But I'm just going on what it's showing me. Big changes, putting in more effort. They want to build. Truth be told. Yeah, this is someone who's going to be clear. There's going to be some truth here. Tell me about this truth. So this often means why. There. Laying the foundation. See, again, it's someone who often doesn't show a lot of expression. What you do and you want to do something, but they're actually going to lay the foundation. So we have emotional energy and some sort of following through. So there's going to be a truth, though, or you're just going to see the truth in this situation. Let's have a look at charting the course. Some of you got people who often ask you out and then they don't follow through, or they make up excuses, they start procrastinating, or they start comparing you to someone else where they're feeling a little unsure because of this energy here, the seven to the sea. So, yeah, so someone who kind of feels, like something may be up, you're not interested. It's just a person in their head overthinking, but it's very emotional. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Yeah, so someone playing it safe, and this is what they do. See the mask. They're wearing a mask. They're masking their expression if it is a face-to-face situation. You see, they don't show it all. They keep it all inside, keeping it all in. This is often what happens. But yeah, it's someone who's cautious. So they kind of procrastinate. And yeah, it does look like some of you are dealing with people who don't follow through. Or they have people who don't follow through. Because this is an energy of Two of Wands coming together, going down this path, and then it just doesn't go anywhere. It's going to this time because they're also going to give a little gift or bring flowers or do something nice to show you. Yeah, and it's an expression. See, an expression of happiness, the crush, this longing. Yeah, it's a person who's determined to succeed, strength of will, more determined. See, they're going to put in effort. You got a King of Wands here. See, that's that energy of taking a leap of faith. See, I feel like this is a person who's likely themselves dealt with this energy. People will go, yeah, sure, we'll get together, and then they don't show up, or it just doesn't go anywhere because of lack of compatibility. You have nothing in common. So it's kind of it's an energy of things get just stuck sitting on the fence here. Yeah, the same old thing happening. That's what this is all about. But wow, this person is definitely pushing through that. See, taking a risk, taking control. They're going to take the lead. Yeah. I mean, it could be this person. If you reached out to this person and they didn't follow through, it's probably because this person's dealt with the same thing that's happened before. It doesn't go anywhere. There's no compatibility. So this person's, there's something being acknowledged. But it's also what two people bring to the table. See, it's about two people who build each other up. They build up each other's confidence too. So definitely somebody that has a little lack of confidence here. Yeah, Two of Swords. See, this person's seeing something that they didn't see. See, sort of frozen in indecision. That's exactly what it says. Unable to make a decision, so they don't follow through because they procrastinate. This is someone going to follow through. Yeah, some of you have dealt with someone like that doesn't always follow through. Or it's just somebody who doesn't go through with it because there's nothing in common. So I'm seeing this interesting energy here. I'm telling you, there's big changes coming. Ooh, I like this. Let's have a look at the High Priestess. The Lovers, yeah. Keeping it all in, keeping it to yourselves too. But yeah, this is somebody all up in their feels, all up in their feels. A lot of emotion. This is a follow through or follow up. Yeah, there's the Ace of Pentacles. See, this is someone going to lay the foundation, but it takes them time to follow through for some of you. This is a slower moving energy. King of Coins, somebody who's kind of slow. They take their time. And often this also connects with the Page of Coins. See? Some of you have somebody who didn't follow through. This is someone who's going to follow through. I feel it's the other person. Somebody who's bold. They're taking the lead. Strong mind, strong will. Okay? Yeah, because there's a new beginning. Planting the seed, building the foundation. Someone solid. You know this is someone going to follow through. So if you've had trouble with people following through or, you know, spending time together, you know, doing things together. Yep. Wheel of Fortune, whole new cycle. Lots of good luck. Someone's they're making decisive movement. They want this to go in their favor. They actually want this. This is someone into me, I see what they see. They want this. So they're going to put in effort. See, when somebody isn't really that interested, or they're not really sure if someone's their type, or if they have anything in common, they often kind of go back and forth and weigh the pros and the cons and go, nah, I don't think I'm going to bother with this. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, or they're just not my type. Who knows? But yeah, you can see someone following through, reaching out here. Yeah, they're putting in more effort. I actually see a little gift, even being a little romantic, a romantic gesture. This is someone who's going to do this. I mean, it could be this person coming in this way. It could be just one, but I'm sensing two people here. Yeah, somebody coming in right. See, balance, harmony, being fair. This is going to go in both of your favor, too. This is someone who sees cooperation, compromise. It has to work for both people. Yeah. Interesting. Tell me more about the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins. Yeah, this is Queen of Swords energy. So this is being discerning, being wise. Now, I do see some Libra energy, but we know this is an Aquarius energy. Maybe dealing with one of these people who are a Libra. Doesn't have to be. I see fire signs, earth signs. Definitely somebody who's got some water energy. But there's somebody here who's taking decisive movement. They want to come in right. They want to go about this right. Some of you have somebody who's wants to fix something here. Could be somebody who maybe wasn't fair. I do see the Queen of Swords here. Some of you may have cut someone out. But it's also an energy of learning something and truth. Queen of Swords doesn't always cut people out. This is someone mentally strong, confident, capable, smart, often very charming and very witty and even very funny. Sometimes even a dry sense of humor. But this is someone who just says it like it is. It's like, tell me like it is, right? Yeah. So we'll just look into that a little bit more here. Yeah. See some enlightenment, awareness, insight. Could be someone telling someone something too here. But it's often just someone who's kind of discerning. Yeah. See, awareness and insight, a little aha. Some of you know who one of these people are, maybe even both. But it's all about justice and harmony, being fair. Somebody maybe wasn't fair, but you've got a blessing. You have a blessing coming in, Aquarius. I don't know if you're even aware of one of these people. One of them you might know, one of them you might not be aware that there's some crush or some kind of interest. But it's an energy of somebody coming up with some sort of possibly an idea. A little aha moment. Yeah, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Definitely kindness, compassion, even forgiveness. You have a blessing. This is something happened because it was meant to be that way, because of this never-ending story. The fact that someone else didn't follow through gives this other person the opportunity to swoop in. So this is about choosing the one. Somebody very attractive. The spark, the attraction. I see kindness, compassion, waiting for someone to reciprocate. So you're about to receive. You're receiving a blessing. But the blessing is this, that this other person didn't follow through. Why? Because one of these people is very generous, and one of them is very cheap with their time, their energy, their money, and even their emotion. So interesting. Neither one of these are super emotional people. Okay, but one of them isn't afraid of taking a risk and sharing how they feel. And that's what I feel the difference is. Somebody's got some Cancer in their chart here. This could even be yourself, but this is an energy of somebody who's waiting for someone to reciprocate. But see the blessing. There's some kind of blessing going to happen with this. Yeah, it has to do with the way someone conducts themselves, the Hierophant, learning something. See, it gives somebody an opportunity to learn something here. Yeah, you got a curious person. So one of these people is curious. Now, this could be yourself. Maybe you're curious. It's very possible this is yourself, even if you're the feminine. I know it always has a masculine energy on it. Image. Yeah. But it's somebody with a thirst for knowledge, wanting to know about someone's lifestyle, how they conduct themselves, their morals, values. I see schedules, routines, and something being planned. Somebody's laying down the foundation, and they're going to follow through. One of these people is going to make up an excuse and not follow through. Yeah. Okay, you got the King of Cups. This happened in another reading. I literally looked down. All the cards are the right way, and then all of a sudden there's the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. You're going to couple up with someone. You're going to get together and spend some time. This is someone who wants to be with you. They want to put in the work, and they've done their inner work. They're emotionally mature. Yeah, ready, willing, and able. They're ready to put in the effort. They want this to work. They could have Pisces in their chart, because I do see some Pisces here. So you may have these energies in your moon, rising, or Venus, or it's just the energy. Yeah, see, there's some sort of truth. There's going to be enlightenment here. I think it's yourself. You're going to see the truth in a situation. If you were waiting for someone to reciprocate and they're tossing breadcrumbs or they're not really communicating, this other person gets this opportunity. And this could be the one. Because the one, and it could be someone who feels that way about yourself. But this is the person who goes within. Into me I see. What do they see within? Love, a bond, a connection, wanting to be with you, knowing that they're willing to put in the effort. They want this to work. They want to build with you. So there it is. Charting the course, choices. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Yeah, somebody balanced here. See, perfecting balance, head and heart decision. Somebody patient, they come in right. I feel, and this is where I feel this is yourself, Aquarius. You're going to see the truth. Someone doesn't follow through. See, they lay the foundation, but they don't follow through. They're lacking emotion. They don't share their feelings, or they're just maybe not as interested, could be just somebody who wants company or companionship. But this person will follow through. They're ready to try something different. This person will literally do anything, I feel here. So you see the blessing that this other person didn't follow through? Yeah. This other person gets to, and it's this person's both energies, actually. And I didn't see that before, but now I see. They were in the energy. They reach out a message, but it lacks emotion. And it's somebody who doesn't really know what to say. They don't want to express their feelings. They don't want to say too much because they don't even know if you're compatible. But the other person at least expresses a little emotion, or at least something romantic, you know. But it's putting in the effort. That's the biggest thing. Head and heart balance. See, this is somebody here thinks you're perfect. And they're taking this opportunity. It's the perfect opportunity to swoop in. There's going to be chemistry here too, but this is where you see the truth. This other person's not right with you. Something was off. Anybody who procrastinates, they can't make up their mind, or they won't make a decision, or they don't follow through, isn't interested in building anything with you. Okay? That's what you're going to learn here. Yeah. I love it. I'm not even going to read this card again because this is the truth. Seeing the truth. Someone who lays the foundation, they start it, but they don't follow through. This person is someone who's going to follow through because they come in determined to succeed with sheer determination. They're bold. They're showing you they're confident. Why? Because they know what they want. The King of Wands energy is someone who already knows what they want. See, pre-manifesting. This is someone who was prepared. They pre-manifested. In other words, they did their due diligence. They were curious, found out some things about you. You know, like I say, could be checking you out in some way, but this is the person who's prepared. They have all the tools. They have everything they need to manifest their desires. They prepared themselves. They are prepared. This is somebody here. They focus more on other things. Cautious, keeping it all in. But yeah, you can look at this in a couple ways. It could even be yourself where you don't follow through with this person. Maybe you feel like there's something off. This other person comes in right. And there's something about you. You're both very much the same, but a little different. That's why I feel like they may be a fire sign or a Gemini or something. Maybe even a Libra. But it may not be in their sun sign. And that's what I kind of feel for some of you. There's something very right that just creates this balance between you, this harmony. Yeah, gorgeous energy. Yeah, this is somebody who wants a partner. They want to build. They want to build. This is somebody who wants someone who's there through thick and thin. They're stable too, financially stable. They also want, most people want the same as the other person. Yeah, they definitely see opportunity. They look at how this could play out. But I think this person knows a good thing when they see it. But some of you may have other opportunities as well. And if somebody knows that you've kept your options open, because it looks like some of you may have some other options actually coming in here, 2 or 3 for some of you. So the interesting thing is the blessing is when they don't follow through, because it gives this person the perfect opportunity. But if they see that you have opportunity, they're only going to work that much harder. See, if somebody else feels like you have other opportunities, they may back out, or they just don't bother, communicating again. Tell me about the King of Coins. And for some of you, this is all one person's energy. Yeah, see, self-awareness. Someone who rejects, someone ignores them. See, self-aware. Somebody who's not very self-aware of their facial expressions, what they do, how they feel. Yeah, it's definitely a person here who, lacking confidence. Someone who lacks confidence. Yeah, they lack the confidence, even though they're stable financially. Yeah. See, this is someone prepared. They're confident before they come in. They know they want commitment. They know they want a partner. They know they want to build with somebody. Yeah. See, this is the energy they're looking for. Somebody who knows what they want too. Not afraid to go for it. But I see somebody very charming. I mean, Aquarius is crazy. This is someone who just sees this energy here. They see someone very attractive, somebody they can build with, people who are creative. See, it's about creating and going down this path. It's just an energy of people who put in effort. It's not even so much the creativity, but it definitely looks like, there's two people who have more in common, what you both bring to the table. Yeah. Beautiful, confident energy. Yeah, look at that. See, goals, people who are goal-oriented. So it's about achievements, what this person hopes to achieve, what you both hope to achieve. I see a victory. It says congratulations on this side. Yeah, the other side of this card, and I love these, it's the same that you see a lot, the pride before the fall, someone's pride getting in the way. Yeah, no, these two people aren't too worried about their pride. They're just going for what they want. Yeah, it's like this other person come in first, and it's funny, there it is, and then they don't follow through because they lack the confidence, because they're not ready. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. They're just not ready to make any kind of commitment, or they don't want to give up time doing things that they love to do, or they just feel like you don't have enough in common, or there's just a lack of chemistry. I don't know. But decisive movement, this person builds the foundation. You can rely on this person definitely to follow through. Yeah, they definitely are somebody who wants to know what you're doing, who you're interested in. They want to know your interest, your goals. This is someone who will help you achieve your goals. They will help you. This is two people who help each other achieve goals, but this is someone who's going to want to know, with that Page of Swords, everything you're interested in. They want to talk. They're curious about the things you do, what interests you. But they're definitely making a powerful move here because, if they feel like you're interested in other people, they're just going to work that much harder. It's not a person who's often afraid of competition. I don't see it, but like I say, if you have other options, this person's going to definitely be asking you about these things, but they want to know more than anything what you're interested in, what interests you, what it is you hope to achieve, any goals, because they're looking to see the compatibility, and they see that. So don't be afraid to let someone know what you're really passionate about, creative pursuits. Even if it feels silly to you or off, just speak the truth. Take care. We'll see you soon.